20, wearing jersey number 8, Nathan Modesto. In jersey number 9, Javier Cordovez. Wearing jersey number 11, Michael Chang. Wearing jersey number 14, Nick Bone. Wearing number 15, Tico Rodriguez. In jersey number 18, Daniel Sack. Number 20, Brady Ryan. Number 19, Devin Jackson. Number 82, Colin Lauder. Number 92, Larry Martinez. And number 99, Matt Clay. The goaltenders for Wichita. Number 1, Jason Dewey. And number 21, Nick Martinez. The head coach of the B-52s is Coach Larry Inlow in his first year at Wichita. Get on your feet, Chicago, and greet your 2013 Chicago Mustangs, presented by La Casa del Polo. Wearing jersey number 2, here comes David Aranda. Wearing jersey number 7, say hello to Victor Sanchez. The midfielder, Miguel Vaca. Wearing jersey number 9, Adrian Ortiz. Number 10, here comes Willow Martinez. Number 11, defender, Omar Santiago. Number 12, here comes Pee-wee Luis Ortega. Number 13 is the forward. Number 13 is Brian Velasquez. Number 18, the forward, Eduardo. Number 20, on defense, Guillermo Vega. Number 58, here comes Diego Penaranda. Number 23 is our savior. Number 23 is your goalkeeper. Number 23 is Jesus Flores. He wears number 55. This is Chico Soto. The head coaches, Freddie Ochoa and Armando Gamboa, your Mustang coaches. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Gentlemen, kindly remove your caps as we pay honor to America with the playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Hello and welcome to the Odeum in Villa Park as the Wichita B-52s face off against your home team, the Chicago Mustangs, on this not so chilly, kind of a beautiful day here in Villa Park at 33 degrees. A PASL Eastern Conference match going on here. It should be a good one as your Mustangs are undefeated at 3-0 and Wichita B-52s are 2-3 in the early season. Just about to get the game going here in the Odeum. Second game at the Odeum for the Mustangs. Wichita gonna start this game off for us as Mikael Chang from Havana, Cuba is gonna start this game off for the Wichita B-52s. Wichita, let's see how they like to play. Earlier on in the game, I like to see if the teams are more of a possession team or run and gun. But now here come the Mustangs. No, nothing going early right there. Close. Vaca almost had a chance to break it in for an early goal. Now the B-52s dumping it in the corner is something that you'll see a lot in the PASL/indoor game. A lot of passing to the corner from the goalie. That's kind of what the Mustangs like to do last year. This year, they're more of a run-and-gun team, which I like. They like to have possession, but they pick their spots, and they're a quick team this year, so it's good to see. Jesus Flores having a great season. We expect nothing less. Now Vaca with the ball. Vaca with the boards, looking for Martinez. Martinez trying to get to the ball, but can't. Now Wichita has possession and trying to find a seam. Here comes number 18, Daniel Sack. Sack couldn't keep the ball, and the possession goes back to the Mustangs. Jesus Flores now with the ball at his feet. You'll hear that a lot. Jesus Flores likes to have the ball at his feet and dictate how the offense will go. The boys that make noise in the corner today trying to get their team ready here, and let's see what the Mustangs can do. And there's a foul right there as Vasquez goes down early and draws the first foul of the game. Nick Martinez in goal for the B-52s tonight. He's 1-3 with a 9.89 goals against average. That's a good sign for the Mustangs because they love to put the ball in the back of the net. There's going to be a lot of chances, that means, tonight for Ortega and Ortiz, two guys that have been leading this team early on. Now the B-52s dumping in the corner, and number 14, Brett Hobson, in the corner. Going to be rough and tough, will Hobson be. Now the restart with Colton Lauder. Lauder now on top of the ball. Mustangs closing off the near post. There's a shot by Bryant. Bryant couldn't get anything going. And now the 52s will retreat. Nick Martinez dumping it down. There's a shot, but just wide by Cordovez. Cordovez, another Cuban-born player on this B-52s team. Kind of interesting to see two Cubans on, one team. It's something that we don't really see unless it's kind of a baseball team or a outdoor soccer team. And indoor, you really don't see a bunch of Cuban players here in North America playing. So a unique thing and a first thing for me. That's the first time, and I've been around indoor soccer for a while. This is the first time I've seen two Cubans on one team. Now Mustangs have the ball. Here comes Ortiz. Ortiz taking a shot and a save by Nick Martinez. Now the ball played back to Vaca. Vaca going to give it to Aranda. Aranda now dumping in the corner. Santillan trying to find him. Just a bit too much on Aranda's pass. Now the B-52s regroup, and here they come down the field as Cordovez takes a shot and hits the net. Jesus Flores dumping in the corner, giving it to Sanchez. Sanchez back to Aranda. Aranda back to Santillan. Santillan giving it to Sanchez. Sanchez playing it all the way back to Jesus Flores. Flores bringing it up the white line, trying to dump it in the corner. Looks like he has too much. And it's into the net, and there's going to be our first throw-in of the game for the B-52s. Larry Inlow is the coach of the B-52s. His first season as head coach for the B-52s, and he's 2-3 on the early season. Now trying to keep possession, but look at the swarming defense here. A great forecheck by the Mustangs. It's going to be difficult for the B-52s to get that ball across half field. Now a dump in the corner, nothing there. Martinez, we should expect a lot of goals from Martinez. His first game here in the Odeum, he had the first hat trick of the season for the Mustangs. Will he repeat his performance here? The Mustangs have been playing here in the Odeum in Villa Park and at Hoffman Estates in the Grand Sports Arena. They'll be splitting games this year in the PASL between both home facilities. Now back to the game. The B-52s maintaining possession, and now they have a little room, and it's number 99, Matt Clare. Matt Clare trying to make his way in the inside, but good defense by Vega. Vega's been a very solid man in the back. He gets run over, but Martinez giving it to Ortega. Ortega shoots. Oh, there he finds Sanchez. Sanchez puts it in the back of the net. Early goal here for the Mustangs. And there it is, folks. 1-0 Mustangs. Ortega coming down the right wing, taking a shot that ends up going to the back post, and Sanchez makes no mistake and just pounds that one in the back of the net. 1-0, 10:41 to go. And the Mustangs taking the lead as they've done in every game this season, taking early leads and not looking behind. Let's see if the Mustangs can get another quick one here and start to put Wichita way down there, way in a big hole. Now here comes another shot and a save, but a rebound. Oh, Ortiz hits the inside of his foot and couldn't get all the power he wants. Now here come the 52s, a shot, and it's wide by Clare. And the Mustangs will get it again. Velasquez now coming down the field. Velasquez, you'll see play with Ortega and Ortiz. A good line. A very good line. Parasoto now taking Corona's place from last year. A big, solid defender, making sure everyone is not in front of Jesus Flores. He is having a great season. Now Ortiz trying to get around two B-52 teammates, and he cannot. Martinez playing it up now. A nice little play there. Sanchez trying to make some separation, but Mosley now has the ball for B-52s. Sanchez trying to clear, but a bad clear, but there's a save by Jesus Flores. Modesto had that shot, and Jesus Flores was all over it. Something that I've noticed for the Mustangs this season, not a lot of shots have been going Jesus Flores' way, which is perfect. You don't want your goalie having too much action, but I'm pretty sure if you asked Jesus Flores, he'd like a little more shots so he gets into the game a little bit more, because he loves to have the ball at his feet and make the big save at the big time. Now the B-52 is just trying to get something going, and here comes number 19, Seguieto. I'll have to look that up again, folks, because they said he's a scratch in tonight's game. So I'm going to see if this actually is the man that we're looking for. Anthony Signamello. And he does not have a name on his jersey, so we are going to go with Signamello and see if we can get something sorted out there later on in the game. But Ortega to Ortiz to Velasquez just wide. Aranda giving it back Sention. This is a line that you'll see pretty much all game out here. They have great chemistry, the defense and the offense here for the Mustangs. Sention now giving it back to Jesus Flores. Sention looking for someone to go in the corner. Has some time, but he'll give it to Ortega. Ortega now Going to give it to Jesus Flores. Jesus Flores with the ball, bringing it up past the white line. Going to dump it in the corner, looking for Ortega. It did not go in the corner, went over the boards, and it's going to be a quick restart here for the B-52s. A restart now for the B-52s. Dumped in the corner, and no one is there. Jesus Flores getting pressured, and Jesus has to just put it into the middle of the field. But it's okay because the Mustangs still have the ball. Here come the Mustangs and Ortiz. Ortiz with a shot missing near side. Now Ortega is going to take a shot, and it's blocked. And the ball is going to go back to midfield, and Vega will be there. Giving it to Parasoto. Parasoto going to play it back to Flores. Flores with time, no pressure. Going to give it back to Parasoto. Parasoto going to wait for some of his mates to change and give it to Martinez. Martinez now bringing it down with a nice pass to Sanchez. Just a little too much. Sanchez playing it off the boards. Going to give it back to Parasoto, but Vaca will come in front of Parasoto and take it. Now Vega. Vega dumping it down to Sanchez. Sanchez getting cut off there by Claire. Claire and Sanchez battling. This is a great battle of indoor soccer right now. Vaca now to Sanchez. Martinez now with the ball. Has an opportunity, but the ball is stolen, and here come the B-52s. It's a 3-on-3, now a 4-on-4 since Martinez. Great hustle. A couple of the guys changed for B-52s, and now it's just not even an odd man rush anymore. There was only 4 players out there for the B-52s. There was some confusion, no one hopping in to help out the offense, as it was a 5-on-3 with a couple guys changing, and for maybe 30 seconds there was only 4 guys on the field for B-52s. There's a shot, and it's wide. Now Santillan's going to settle it down, giving it down to Parasoto. Parasoto giving it to Sanchez. Sanchez going to dump it in the corner, trying to find Ortega, but Ortega can't get there. A little too much on passes tonight for the Mustangs. But look at Ortega causing havoc. He wants a goal. You could tell early on in the game he had the opportunity, but he did end up getting an assist. Now here come Wichita. Wichita going to pass it all the way down, and it's Cordovez. Cordovez with the ball at his feet, and like we said, he's from Havana, Cuba. You don't see many Cubans playing in the indoor soccer leagues. This is the first time I've actually seen 2, Cordovez and Chang, both from Havana, Cuba. So interesting story there. Now Lauder getting the ball taken away, but Cordovez with that turn, he has an opportunity for a shot, and he misses wide. Hobson now with the ball, trying to get the rebound, just overran it a little bit, and he could have had an opportunity, but luckily for the Mustangs, they have the ball back. Now Ortega giving it to Santillan. Santillan with the ball now, waiting for a line change. Both teams bringing out a couple newer guys out there, fresh legs. Ortiz to Vaca. Vaca back to Ortiz. And this is something different. We have Ortiz, Martinez, and Vaca on the offensive end. Usually we see Ortiz definitely with Ortega on the line, but that's not the case right now. Here's Vaca trying to turn. No foul called, but he was getting hooked really good in the box, but you need a little more, I guess, aggressiveness there to get a foul, or a little more vicious activity. Just the hook's not going to do it for you. Now here come the B-52s. It's a 2-on-2, a shot, and it's in. That's a goal by Cordovez. He's been around the net very early in this game. Had a shot just a couple minutes ago, I should say, that went wide. And there's a force right there, a big body with speed. That's a winning formula right there in indoor soccer. If you have a guy with good speed and great size, you can get a lot of goals. But now it's 1-1 here at the Odeum in Villa Park. The Mustangs have been controlling this game, to be honest. I mean, there's not much that's saying B-52s are doing much to stay in it. I mean, there's been a couple lapses here for the Mustangs, but most of the pressure has been from the Mustangs, more sustained possession and sustained offensive zone time, as the B-52s They're just trying to rush down the field and get a shot because the corner has been taken away by the Mustangs. 1-1, 4:26 to go in the Odeum in the first quarter.
The goal unassisted ties the game at 1-1 with 4:26 remaining in the first quarter of play.
The restart now going to the Mustangs, and Santillan now with the ball at his feet. Trying to direct some traffic, doesn't have any options, so he's just going to try to dump it down, finding Martinez, but Martinez couldn't get to the ball in time, and now the B-52s. That's what I was kind of talking about. They just kind of dump it. They're kind of a run-and-gun team at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if Cordovez has a chance to use his big body in the corner, but they like to keep him as the middleman like a center in basketball. Now here comes Martinez. He has time. He takes a shot and a save by Nick Martinez. Wheelo Martinez and Nick Martinez. One-on-one. The battle of the Martinez. Now there's a bad turnover. But Sanchez had an opportunity but waited too long. But he still got it to Vaca. Vaca trying to give it to Sanchez. Sanchez wasn't looking for the pass. If Sanchez saw the pass coming, it was an easy tap-in. Santillan to Aranda. Aranda giving it to Vaca. Vaca passing it all the way to Flores. Flores giving it to Ortega. Ortega getting a dump into the corner to Sanchez, but Sanchez loses his balance. But a lucky break for the Mustangs as Ortiz gets it off a bad touch from a B-52s defender. Parasoto giving it to Vallega. Vallega is like his second shift right now. I'm surprised that we haven't seen more of Vallega out there in the first quarter. Now Vallega trying to direct some traffic. Wants Ortiz to go in the middle, but Ortiz wants the ball at his feet by the boards. Now Vallega getting pressured. How will he handle it? Handles it just quite well. Giving it to Ortega. Ortega trying to give it to Velasquez. Velasquez with a push in the back, but he's all right. Still has possession. Giving it to Parasoto. Parasoto now with the ball at his feet. Giving it to Flores. Flores going to bring it up. Has a lot of room. Could keep going if he wants it. He's going to give it to Ortega. Ortega with a nice little move. Step around. Giving it to Parasoto. Parasoto has an opportunity to give it to Velasquez. Velasquez trying to get it to Ortiz. Now the ball is bouncing out of bounds. Ortega. Velasquez. Giving it to Flores. Flores. Vallega. Vallega dumping it in the corner. But nothing there. Now here come the B-52s. What will they? Are they going to dump it in the corner? Or are they going to try to sustain some pressure here on the Mustangs? And it looks like they're playing possession. Great save by Jesus Flores. The ball's still around in the middle. They got to get it cleared. And another save by Jesus Flores. Lauder all around the net, getting a couple shots off, couple blocks, and then a nice save by Jesus Flores. Parasoto giving it off to Jesus Flores as he just saved the day for the Mustangs. Now Vaca with the turn. Vaca passing it to Martinez. Martinez, oh man, it's going to be the battle of the goalies tonight. Nick Martinez with a great save. Unbelievable. These goalies are on their game tonight. Man, oh man, you won't see any better saves than that in a sequence in indoor soccer. 1 minute left in the first quarter, and we have a game on our hands. This is going to be a great one. Make sure you do not move away from your computers tonight, folks. Now the Mustangs have the ball. Sandoval giving it to Vaca. Vaca. Been a little quiet this year. Let's see if he can get a couple goals in the back of the net tonight. And a great steal by Vaca. Now Sanchez to Sandoval. Sandoval giving it to Martinez. Martinez leaving it for Sandoval. There comes Vaca now. Oh, can't get in there. Like I was saying, Vaca been a little quiet this year on the offensive end, but he sure has done a great job on the defensive end. He's becoming a great all-around player in the PASL. That's some guy that you need on a team, on any team in this league, or in indoor soccer, is a guy like Miguel Vaca, a guy that is very reliable on the defense and offensive end. At the end of one quarter, 1-1. The Odeum, a great atmosphere tonight on this Sunday, the first day of December. Thanks for joining us. It should be a great game if the first quarter is any indication of how this game's going to go. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with the second quarter of the Wichita B-52s and Chicago Mustangs game. Thanks for joining us. Welcome back to the Odeum as we're entering the second quarter, 1-1 tie between the B-52s of Wichita and the Mustangs. This is something kind of different here. Not a lot of chances so far for the Mustangs, and the chances that they have had, they've only capitalized on one. Usually when they have their chances, you're in trouble. But if they keep generating more chances, they'll definitely put it back in the net, that's for sure. So hopefully we can get things back on track here and make things happen. Vallega with a nice step back and a shot and a save by Nick Martinez. One of the reasons why we can't capitalize on most of our chances is because of Nick Martinez. A couple of great saves in that first quarter could easily be 2-3-1 right now for the Mustangs, but Nick Martinez on his game tonight. Vallega giving it to Flores. Flores, the ball at his feet, giving it to Aranda. Aranda waiting for a line change, going to give it back to Flores. Now Flores going out to midfield. This is the Jesus Flores we all know well. Going to give it back to Aranda as Jesus Flores goes back to his net a little bit. Now Sention wanted to take a shot, but rather pass it to Sanchez in the corner. Sanchez and Martinez trying to go 1-2 right there. Can't get anything going, and the B-52s have the ball again. Martinez looking right in the middle of the field, finding Martinez. Now Sanchez trying to get that ball away, and does. What a great play by Sanchez. Martinez giving it back to Sention. Sention bringing it up the field, finding Martinez again. Martinez trying to get around the defender, and there's a foul on number 15, Tico Rodriguez. Sention now with the restart. asking for the wall to be moved back. Santillan now centering, taking a shot, and a save again by Nick Martinez. And a foul on the Mustangs. Nick Martinez and Jesus Flores in a game of poker right here, right now. It's who's going to be the first one to fold under the pressure. Both goalies living up to the hype. And Martinez having a great game, coming in with a 9.89 goals against. You look at that, and you feel that he lets up a lot of goals. But tonight he's on top of his game and bailing out his defense. Here's Vaca. Vaca has an opportunity for the shot that gets blocked. Now Vaca still working, getting in the dirty areas in the corner. And now there will be a restart on the top of the circle for the Mustangs. Santillan and Martinez with Sanchez, seeing who's going to take the shot, who's going to pass it off, how they're going to plan this free kick here. Three guys standing behind this ball. Here's a shot by Martinez, and it's blocked. Sanchez with the ball at his feet now. Going to pass it all the way down to Flores. Flores slowly bringing it up. A couple guys here for the Mustangs going off. And Ortiz now on the floor for the Mustangs. Let's see if Ortiz can find the back of the net. Martinez right there. Oh, Martinez! Just hitting near post. Had a wide open net. And there's a break for Wichita. No doubt about it. Ortiz going to give it to Vaca. Vaca with the pullback. He has an opportunity for a shot. Passes to Martinez. Martinez misses near post. Not wide. He missed wide the last time. This time missing near post. Very close though. Now Vallega. Giving it to Flores. Flores to Perasoto. Perasoto going to give it back to Flores. Flores with time to bring it up, has Vallega right next to him if he needed it, but he's going to go to Ortiz. Ortiz, how will he elect to go here? Going to give it to Vallega now. Vallega waiting for the movement by his offense, but giving it to Perasoto. Perasoto now giving it back to Vallega. A lot of D to D passing. There's got to be maybe a blue card. No blue card, just a shot here, a restart for the Mustangs. Velasquez going down hard. Perasoto standing over this ball. Has his D-mate right there. In Vallega, but Vallega turning it over. But a nice play to back check. And Perasoto jumping forward into the play, giving it to Ortiz. Ortiz now might take a shot. He doesn't. He misses wide. Ortega with the ball. He's going to wait. He's trying to pass it to Ortiz. There goes Velasquez with the header. Just hitting the crossbar. A lot of chances for the Mustangs, just not hitting the back of the net, but here they come again. Here comes Ortiz, going to give it to Velasquez. Velasquez trying to center it to Ortega. Ortega wasn't there in time. Ortega with the ball at his feet. Ortiz with a deflection that just comes right back to Ortega. Now the Mustangs regroup, giving it to Vallega. Vallega taking a fake shot with the step over. Takes it with his left foot and hits the inside of the post. Just beating Martinez. And now here come the B-52 Cuevas with the shot and a save by Jesus Flores. Now Sandoval taking the ball away. And a hectic minute and a half there for both teams. Here comes Ortiz. Ortiz in the corner, getting double teamed, turning the ball over, and the B-52s now have possession. But Ortega not giving up on the play and causes a turnover, but there goes the ball right back to the B-52s. Now teams will have a little line change here, and Santillan now with the ball, dumping it, trying to find Vaca, but Vaca can't get up there as Martinez catches the ball. Unbelievable pace to this game right now. could be the most exciting game of the season so far, if you ask me. Both teams now very, very sharp. And it's just a back and forth game. This is what you get from indoor soccer. You got to love it. Back and forth. A lot of chippy play, a lot of quick plays, everything you want. It's got kind of every sport out there mixed into one here in indoor soccer. It's what you got to love. PASL, #1 league for your indoor soccer action. Now the B-52s having very good possession right now. There's a shot and just above the net, and there's a dump by the Mustangs. A great shot by Brady Bryant, almost finding the back of the net, but just above the crossbar. Looks like we have a timeout or an official's timeout, something here waiting for the ball. Brady Bryant is going to be over the ball here for the B-52s. Bryant passing it off, and a shot and a block by Santillan there for the Mustangs, and the ball goes all the way back to Nick Martinez. Martinez trying to dump it. Oh, there's a mismanaged play right there. The defense was not talking to each other, but Jesus Flores bailing out his defense. Sanchez and Sandoval having a little trouble there. But now here come the Mustangs. A great pass by Vaca to Martinez. Martinez with the ball at his feet. No help right now because the Mustangs were in a line change, but a great play right there by Martinez, but his shot gets blocked, and here come the B-52s. A back and forth game, but nice play by Martinez to stop the counterattack and slow down what Wichita was trying to do there. A defense chant now by the cheering section for the Mustangs. Very slow pace right now from Wichita. Just trying to find an open man. Oh, and there's a nice block by Aranda, and here comes Martinez. It's a 3-on-3 now. Martinez has an opportunity for a shot, takes it, and it's blocked. Now Vaca getting cut off, but there's Parasoto almost taking his teammate's head off right there. We have a officials timeout, and on that note, we're going to take a break with the officials. 1-1 here in the Odeum at Villa Park. Wichita B-52s and Chicago Mustangs delivering tonight. What a great game. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we're back at the Odeum in Villa Park. The delay was for a maintenance issue on the field, but it's all taken care of now. This game, if you're just joining us, has been a crazy, crazy game. The way I would describe it is a goaltender showdown, and they're both sitting down and playing a game of poker, and neither one has folded yet. Nick Martinez and Jesus Flores staying strong right now as this game continues. Sanchez dumping it down off of Vaca now. Vaca scrapping in the corner. Sanchez trying to help out, but the B-52s have the ball back. Something to mention for the B-52s, their leading scorer, Matt Clare, haven't heard too much of his name tonight. There's a shot and a goal. We'll get back to Matt Clare in a second. But Victor Sanchez putting the ball in the back of the net, making it 2-1 for the Mustangs with 7:21 to go in the second quarter. A great goal to take the lead for the Mustangs and Victor Sanchez. His second of the game. Sanchez getting a good look tonight, being on the field a lot, and he's making the most of it. But going back to Matt Clare, we haven't heard his name too much tonight, and that's surprising because he leads this B-52s team with 13 points. The next highest point total is 5 points by Travis Feitman, who's not in the lineup tonight for the B-52s. So let's see if Matt Clare can bring his team back into this game with 8 goals and 5 assists on this 2013-2014 PASL season. Now you can see the confidence with the Mustangs as they're leading now with Luis Ortega taking a shot. Oh, just missing wide. It was Ortega. Now Paris Soto giving it to Vallega. Vallega. The ball at his feet. Getting the ball taken away. And here come the B-52s. But Paris Soto with a nice play to push, I believe that was Bryant off the ball. Brady Bryant had an opportunity, but Paris Soto was right there to say no. Luis Ortega with a errant pass. But he gets the ball back and then gives it right back to the B-52s. Now a double team right here. Thought there was too many men on the field, but there was not. It was a good line change by B-52s. Now here come the Mustangs again. Santillan giving it to Paris Soto. Paris Soto back to Santillan. Flores giving it back to Paris Soto. Paris Soto giving it to Flores. Flores brings it up to the white line. Going to give it to Vaca, but Vaca wants to give it right back to Flores. Flores has a lot of room if he wants it. He's going to give it to Santillan. Santillan now with the ball. Getting pressured, but not anymore. Now Sanchez, who has 2 goals tonight, gets the ball taken away, and here comes a 3-on-2 for the B-52s. Here's a pass to the side. Too many passes, but they do put it in the back of the net. You would think there was too many passes right there, but that ball was put in the back of the net by Alex Mosley. Alex Mosley and Nathan Modesto playing 2-on-2 right there. Give and goes, and the ball's in the back of the net. 2-2 with 5:12 to go in the second quarter. Nice passing there from the B-52s. That's probably the best passing play that they've had tonight. And it leads to a goal. Let's see how the Mustangs come back from that goal. They had a lot of energy after their second goal. Let's see if maybe now the B-52s have a lot of energy. But I'm focusing on the Mustangs, seeing how if they wake up a little now. Seeing that it's 2-2 and they're in a huge game now. It's not the blowout wins that they've had early in the season. This is going to be a contest. This is going to be old school ground and pound soccer right now. Martinez with the ball, trying to dump it down the middle, but finds Vallega instead as he jumps into the play. Vallega getting harassed there by Cordovez. Cordovez dumping it out to midfield, but now the Mustangs have it as Sanchez brings it up the field. Sanchez, Vaca, Sanchez, Martinez. Martinez with a shot, missing near side again. Vallega now with a lot of time, not too much pressure. He can do what he wants. He has time. He's going to give it to Sanchez. Sanchez now with the ball at his feet. What will Sanchez do? He'll give it to Vaca. Vaca has an opportunity to turn. Now gets closed out, but there's another dump by the B-52s, and Vallega is there to settle it down. Vallega waits, giving it to Parisoto. Parisoto now bringing it up the field, has a lot of room. What will he do? He dumps it off. There's a shot by Velasquez that hits the corner of the post. Now Ortiz giving it to Santillan. Santillan, oh, a rough touch. It looked like he wanted to take a shot, but his first touch abandoned him there. Now Flores with the ball with 3:20 to go, giving it to Santillan. Santillan with the ball at the his own white line. Going to give it to midfield to Ortiz. Ortiz passing it off to Velasquez. Velasquez now trying to make it on the inside, but cut off there. Now here come the B-52s again on a 2-on-2. Will they repeat their passing from their last goal? No, they'll just take a second and bring it back. Now there's a dump, but Jesus Flores is right there, and no harm, no foul. 2 players going down, but it's okay. Now Ortega with the ball. You can tell he wants to get on the score sheet with the goal. He already has 1 assist in this game. Parisoto going to dump it down to Ortiz, but Ortiz just a little too high for him to control. Ball in the corner, and Ortiz gets the ball back. Ortiz into the corner to Santillan. Santillan has no one helping him out. The B-52s have the ball, but it's a 1-on-3 right now. And there's a shot just above the net. Mosley now, who already has 1 goal, the game-tying goal at 2, had an opportunity for a shot, but just didn't get what he wanted on there. Now Flores trying to give it to Ortega. Ortega getting double-teamed, and Ortega, the best he could do was dump it out of the zone. Nick Martinez with the ball, giving it to Sack. Sack going to give it to Mosley. Will Mosley put the ball in the back of the net and give his team the lead and get his 2nd goal of the game? Mustangs swarming on defense. There's a shot by Chang, and the ball is dumped. Now Ortiz coming quick. Oh, and there's a collision. There's a foul. On Ortiz. I don't know if the foul was because of running into Nick Martinez or not. I think that's what it was. Contact with the goalie is usually going to be called. Now the B-52s controlling possession past minute to 2 minutes. The Mustangs have to find a way to get this ball back and maintain possession, and there it is. Here's number 58, Perronda, a newcomer to the team. So far, every game we've seen someone new on the Mustangs get a shot, which is nice to see. Now here's Vaca. Vaca with a couple of moves. He's doing what he does best. He had 3 or 4 defenders around him, and he was dancing to the music almost. It seemed like he was right on beat with that music. Couple fakes, a couple step backs, got a shot that went out of bounds. Now Sanchez off to restart, and a save by Nick Martinez. Ball dumped to midfield, and Vallega's going to get there, but he turns it over to Claire. Claire shoots, and there's his 9th goal of the season. We brought him up. He was kind of quiet, and now he puts the ball in the goal. 3-2 for the B-52s. Now this is really unfamiliar territory for the Mustangs. 41 seconds. And a goal for the B-52s. Matt Clare right there putting that ball in the back of the net. His 14th point of the season. Now, the Mustangs need something here. If they can get a goal going into halftime to tie this game up, that would be great. But Nick Martinez has a chance to throw it down. And a 2-on-1. There's a pass, but a great play by Sention. Now here come the Mustangs with Ortiz. Ortiz coming down the field with 15 seconds to go. Ortiz has an opportunity to pass it off to Sention, but he goes to Vaca. Vaca now with 10 seconds. Has the ball at his feet. Vaca trying to dance around, can't get the spin. And now there's 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, and there's a shot missing the near post, which is luck right there for the Mustangs. That could have been a goal, making this game 4-2 for the Wichita B-52s. Speaking of the Wichita B-52s, they're going to take a 1-goal lead into halftime, 3-2 Wichita over the Mustangs right now at halftime. Thanks for joining us at the Odeum here in Villa Park. We're going to step aside as we wait for the 15 minutes of halftime, 20 minutes of halftime, excuse me. We'll wait 20 minutes. We'll be back and give you that second half of soccer, and hopefully our Mustangs can come back and take the lead and end up winning this game. Welcome back from halftime. 3-2. We enter the third quarter with Wichita B-52s in the lead. Still a lot of game to go. Still a lot of game to go. No need to worry about anything. The Mustangs still have a chance in this game to come back, only down 1. Let's see what kind of adjustments they have made coming out of their locker room and out of halftime. Quick start for the B-52s. Mosley had a game-tying goal when it was 2-2 for the B-52s. He's been all over tonight. Let's see what he can do. Here's as it stands right now, the game-winning goal scorer, Matt Clare, and also the leading scorer for Wichita. Couple shots there, and Jesus Flores up to the challenge. Now Vaca thinking wisely, not going into that, not getting baited into committing a foul and jumping into the B-52 defender. Rodriguez now with the ball, giving it back to Nick Martinez, who had a great first half. Now Martinez going to pass it down here in the corner with maintained possession, but a nice play by Aranda. Martinez now with the ball, giving it to Vaca. Vaca. Ball at his feet. Going to give it back to Vallega. What a pace we had in the first half. Let's see if this pace continues. A lot of things going on. A lot of great plays for both teams in the first half. Now Flores with Vallega. Vallega now with the ball at his feet, giving it to Ortiz. Ortiz wearing the captain band again tonight. Ortiz now going to take a shot, and it's low and blocked. But a nice play by Velasquez and a save by Martinez, and the ball is going to hit the ceiling, and we will have a restart for the Mustangs. Ortega having a couple questions for the ref. Parasoto going to be on the ball here for the Mustangs. Velasquez now joining Parasoto. Look for a little pass here to Ortega. No, Velasquez going to take a shot. Oh, and he misses wide. And there's a shot by Ortega, and he puts it in the back of the net. Ortega with an assist and a goal. Perfect, tying this game up. Beautiful shot by Luis Ortega. I thought Parasoto was going to give it to Ortega there, and Ortega was going to go for the one-timer. Instead, Velasquez had the one-timer that missed wide, just missing Sanchez for the header. The ball comes out to Ortega, and Ortega makes no mistake about that one and puts it in the back of the net. A great play by the Mustangs and a great goal by Luis Ortega. You could tell in the first half that he really wanted a goal. He did not get it, but early in the second half, he has his goal. Now here's a shot and a save by Jesus Flores. Looks like the Mustangs are going to need Jesus Flores to be the best he can be tonight. Now Vaca with the ball at his feet. Vaca passing it in the corner, trying to find Santillan. Santillan gets cut off by Mosley. Mosley getting harassed by Santillan, trying to get a turnover, but doesn't. And there's going to be a foul on Sanchez as he takes down Cordovez. Cordovez getting up slowly, but now he's good. The 24-year-old out of Havana, Cuba, is ready to start this game up again. Now, a takeaway there by Ortega. Ortega now has an opportunity to take it back, and he does take it back. Two Cubans on the floor right now for the B-52s, Cordovez and Chang. Flores, Aranda, Ortega. There goes Velasquez. Velasquez trying to get around, and there's a foul. Chang going to get whistled for the foul. Ortega going to take the restart for the Mustangs. Parasoto giving it off to Vega, keeping it on the ground. And this is a foot race, but Parasoto's going to get there in time. Flores going to find Velasquez. Velasquez with the back heel not working. And here comes a 4-on-3, but a nice back check by Velasquez. Going to get the ball back. Now Velasquez is an opportunity for a 2-on-1. But a good back check now. And there's a trip, but no call by the refs. And now the game's getting really chippy. Here comes Martinez. But Martinez gets the ball taken away by Ortega, and another takeaway. The ball is all over the place, and it hits the crossbar. Matt Clare already has a goal in this game, his 9th of the season, and that ball was inches, centimeters, maybe even millimeters away from going in. The Mustangs catch a break. Little disagreement on who has the ball. And the ball's going to go to the Mustangs.
Officials timeout.
The pace once again starting to pick up here. One team going for it all, trying to find the knockout. Seems to me that there is an official's timeout about where the ball went out, who deflected it out. It looked like it was the Mustangs' ball after that shot by Clare. We'll have to take a second and get everything straightened up here, and we'll be right back as we have a tie game in the Odeum in Villa Park, 3-3, Wichita and Chicago. And we're back, ready to start play. Flores now with the ball. Clark with a great shot that almost put his team up 4-3. And a bad touch by Ortiz, and the ball will go right back to the Mustangs. The B-52s turning it over once again, and Martinez now with the ball is going to take a shot and a save by Martinez. Ortega couldn't get to the ball in time, was cut off by number 18, Colin Lauder. A little disagreement here with Ortega and Lauder.
Free kick, Wichita.
Restart for the B-52s. Martinez with the ball at his feet. Martinez having a very solid game. Earlier stated was his goals against average of 9.89. But tonight, he's not letting any easy goals in, that's for sure. Only 3 goals let up here in about 2.5 quarters of soccer. Now a dump down almost going in the back of the net. Very close. Martinez wasn't sure what was going on there. Looking for his defense to help. Now here come Wichita. Wichita turning it over. Wichita having some problems with turnovers. And there's a pass by Sanchez, but a great play by Clark. Here comes Bryant. Bryant getting taken down with those. All ball. Martinez not happy with the call. From my vantage point, it did look like he had all ball, but nothing he can do about it now. It's going to be a restart and a penalty kick here for the B-52s. And a sixth foul. Disagreement here by the Mustangs bench. This is a big break here for the B-52s as they are up a man at this tie game. Now let's see how Wichita handles this power play. Will they pass it around? Will they take a quick shot? They want to pass it around, giving it to Chang in the middle, and Chang directing the traffic, but the Mustangs sniffed that out perfectly. Now the attack comes again, but aggressive is the defense for the Mustangs. Ortiz trying to cause a turnover. Nothing going there. No pressure right now. And here's a shot by Mosley and a great stop by Sanchez. Letting the play out right now are the B-52s. Lauder giving it to Mosley. Mosley going to give it back to Lauder. Lauder wants to take a shot, but he's going to pass it off Clark. Clark with a shot. It goes near side and a miss. The ref getting in the way. Cortez getting the ball deflected out of bounds off Ortiz. Cordovez, I'm sorry. Third time's the charm on that. But he had a big goal earlier on in this game. Hasn't really had many touches since. He's got a big body out there, exactly what you want in the PASL. Big body with speed. He delivers that. So let's see if he gets the ball a couple more times here, the Cuban native. Now bringing it up slowly is the leader, Matt Clark. Just passing back and forth is Wichita. Not much going on, not really a chance. The Mustangs are keeping Wichita out of the middle of the field and keeping the pressure on the outside of the field, which is perfect. And a save by Jesus Flores. That shot snuck up on him. No one was expecting that shot. And the ball goes out of bounds with 9 seconds left on the power play. Wichita wants a goal in a bad way, in a very bad way right here. There's a shot, and it goes into the corner. And the Mustang penalty is done. And the ball is dumped down by Ortega, and there will be another restart. Tonight's game is definitely the most even matchup the Mustangs have been up against. That's for sure. Once you look at some of the numbers for Wichita, you feel like a high-scoring team like the Mustangs would have a lot of goals tonight, but not enough to take the lead. A lot of things happening right there in that play. Sanchez having a good rush, but Nick Martinez out of his box. Almost a handball, but the Mustangs will restart, and there's a turnover. Lauder passing it back to number 15, Tico Rodriguez. Rodriguez giving it to Bryant. Bryant now getting the ball right back, but he gets cut off, and there's a foul by Vega. And a 2-minute penalty, a blue card up in the air on Vega. Vega is not happy. Vega is not happy at all. And Santillan now talking to the refs. A foul? Yes. A blue card? I don't think so. That was a weak call for a blue card. And this is just giving more momentum to a team that just had a power play. Let's see if they do something different on this power play and attack more of the middle of the field instead of keeping the ball on the outside. But you got to give credit to the Mustangs for keeping the ball to the outside. Now Mosley gonna trying to get a shot off here. Mosley has a pretty decent shot. That's the guy I'm looking for here on this power play. Didn't have an opportunity to take a shot. Kept passing it last time. But now the ball in the middle, exactly what they want, and a deflected shot away by Ortiz. Now Jesus Flores way out of his net. He gets a nice tackle, and Ortiz right there to help out his goalie and dump the ball down was Ortiz. Now slowly the B-52s are seeing what they want to do. A shot there by Lawton that gets blocked. The leader of this team, Matt Clark, now giving it back to Nick Martinez, who gives it back to Clark. Lautner. He's another guy on this power play that you got to look for. He'll take a shot if he has an opportunity. Oh, wow. A great save, Mikhail Chang. Kind of breakdancing on the floor there. And here's a dump down and a save by Martinez. Or not, I don't think that's going to go as a save, but a nice catch and pass to Mosley. That was a close chance on the last opportunity for the B-52s as Chang had an opportunity to put that in, and he did a little breakdance move to get the shot on goal, but a great save by Jesus Flores, always ready for a shot, and a nice play by Ortiz, but shoved off the ball, and a foul. That's tough. That's tough. That looked like a good, aggressive, shoulder-to-shoulder soccer play. But that's why I'm up here in the booth and not down there blowing those whistles. I'm probably wrong most of the time anyways. So let them have the pressure of making those calls. The shot by Mosley, there's the shot I was looking for, but he hits it wide. 10 seconds remaining in the power play, and Santillan going to give it to Ortiz. Ortiz now has an opportunity if he could just chip it over. Nick Martinez said no. Martinez came out far enough to force the shot. Oh, and there's got to be a foul. Now we're getting chippy here. Now it's getting rough. Faega coming out of the box, and there's a blue card to Mosley, and the momentum, just like that, swings towards the Mustangs' way.
Wichita.
This is the break the Mustangs were looking for. They finally had the chance to strike on the power play, and they usually do it every single time. They hit that back of the net on these power plays. Just a matter of time here, hopefully, for the Mustangs to put this ball in the back of the net and take the lead, but we have a timeout, and we are going to take the timeout along with the Mustangs and the B-52s. We'll be right back because you're about to see maybe the most exciting power play unit in all of PASL soccer. So do not go away. Welcome back to the Odeum. The Mustangs on the power play, and Martinez going to start it off. Watch out for Martinez. You know he has that shot and he wants to use it. Ortega had a snipe earlier on and he tries it again going upper corner, but just missing. Corzo now. First shift for him. What will he do? He had a couple assists last game. There's a shot by Parasoto that just goes into the net. And there will be a restart for the B-52s. Ball dumped into the bench of the Mustangs, and that's a mistake by Nick Martinez. This is going to be at the top of the circle, and Chicago will have an opportunity to score right here. Last time they had a top of the circle shot, they scored. This restart is huge. Ortega now. Corzo now has an opportunity to take a shot if he wants it. Two defenders right in front of him. Wise decision to pass to Ortega. Now we have Parasoto with the ball. Parasoto. Corzo with the shot right into the gut of Nick Martinez. He'll take some time here. He just dumps it down. And Ortega will have the ball at his feet, but he'll give it to Jesus Flores. Jesus Flores giving it back to Ortega. Now Corzo with the ball at his feet. He's going to give it to Parasoto. Parasoto with the only 2 shots on this power play so far. Now Ortega has an opportunity to take a shot. He takes it, just rising above the crossbar was Ortega's shot. Now a dump down here by the B-52s. 40 seconds on the power play, and Parasoto with the ball again. Giving it to Ortega. Ortega looking for the top corner with Vaca now out there. Will Vaca have an opportunity to get the ball here in this power play? But Martinez now right there trying to find a centering pass. Nothing going, and the ball is going to be right back on the top of the circle. Ortiz is not out on the field here, surprisingly enough. A timeout by the Mustangs. 21 seconds left on the power play for the Mustangs. If Chicago can score on this power play, that would be something. Momentum fully on the side of the Mustangs. If they can get a goal here, getting the fans back into it is huge. I know the fans would love to get another t-shirt. Every goal the Mustangs score at home, they sign a Mustangs t-shirt and throw it into the crowd, and the crowd goes wild. Make sure you're at Mustangs games. Next Sunday, the Mustangs play against Detroit Wazaflow. Be sure to come out to that game because that's always an entertaining game. The Cicluna brothers over there in Detroit always putting on a good show. Last year we were here actually at the Grand Sports Arena, and the Cicluna brothers had a juggling act after the game interacting with fans. So a well-respected team in the PASL, and even by the fans, they really respect Detroit Wazaflow. So be sure to come out, watch your Mustangs, and watch probably one of the most respected teams in the PASL, the Detroit Wazaflow, as they take on each other in a friendly rivalry game is what I'd say. We're friendly rivals with them. Each team gets along very, very well. Now Parasoto with Martinez. Martinez going to pass it off to Ortiz. Ortiz had the ball right there. Vallega trying to get a foot onto it, and he couldn't. A lot of things going on in the middle of that goal, but the ball was on the back. And there's a shot by Velasquez and a great save by Martinez, and here come the B-52s, but Velasquez all over it. Velasquez going to give it to Martinez. Martinez gets a shot blocked. Now it's a 2-on-1. Mosley going to the outside. And Mosley pushes down Parasoto. Kept going to the outside. It was Mosley, and there's the 6th foul. And guess who's going back to the power play. The Mustangs are. They couldn't capitalize on the first power play. Might have lost a little momentum. Even right here, there was a 2-on-1, but the momentum now going right back to the Mustangs. It's just going back and forth. Unbelievable game.
Wichita penalty served by number 8, David Modesto. He sits for 2 minutes accumulation. Penalty against
the Mustangs
timeout. The B-52s
are going to their bench because the B-52s have taken a timeout. Let's take this timeout with both teams on the field and see if your Mustangs can score and take full advantage of this game as it's tied 3-3 here at the Odeum in Villa Park. Thanks for joining us. We'll be right back. The players are back on the field. The refs and B-52's coach, Larry Inlow, are talking right now. I'm not sure about what, but the Mustangs are ready to go on the power play. Let's see what Armando Gamboa and Freddie Ochoa have drawn up for the Mustangs. Fans having a good time. Actually a great time here in the Odeum after that dance contest. I'm going to keep saying it, and I'll always say it every time I'm on the air. Come out to a PASL Chicago Mustangs game. They are so fun. It's indoor soccer. Indoor soccer is just unbelievable in all facets of the game. It's exciting. It's chippy. You never know what you're going to get out of it, but I know what you can get out of it right now. It's a Chicago Mustangs power play, and they need to hit the back of the net in the worst way to take the lead. 2:45 to go in the third quarter, and Martinez has the ball at his feet. Corzo. With a shot by Martinez. Now Luis Ortega shoots, he scores! Luis Ortega putting it in the back of the net on the volley. One time on the right side, he sniped it in. Now, one time on the left side, he snipes it in. On the right side this time, 2 volleys for goals for Luis Ortega. A great job and a great goal, his second of the night. Takes the lead, takes the momentum for the Mustangs, and the crowd is going nuts. 2:30 to go for the third quarter, and you cannot give chances like that to the Mustangs. If you keep them on the power play, they're going to make you pay. Here goes Velasquez. Velasquez giving it to Ortiz. Ortiz first touch abandons him, but he makes a nice start. He shoots, he scores! Adrian Ortiz putting the ball in the goal, just like his good buddy did right before him, Luis Ortega. Ortiz back on the score sheet. You cannot give those two boys an opportunity. (5-3), and that momentum now surely with your Mustangs. Santillan now has the ball, dumps it into the corner to Vaca. Vaca with the header that just goes wide. Vaca being real chippy, has an opportunity to get the ball. Still fighting, has it at his feet. And there's a whistle, and a very late whistle at that. And the ball will go back to Wichita. Those goals coming pretty much 30 seconds between each other right there. A great job. I knew that Ortiz wanted to get a goal this game, seeing that his line mate Ortega got two. That little friendly rivalry, who's going to score more goals. You know, Ortiz said, I'm not walking away without at least one goal here. Can't have Ortega get all the accolades. But I'm just kidding around. They're good friends off and on the field, and they know where they're going to be at all the times in the game. It's amazing to watch those two guys play. And like I said, they have a little bit of a friendly rivalry, and that's what you got to have on your teams to be successful. A friendly rivalry, because you always want one guy to do better than the other or be even. Now Vaca trying to get a pass in the middle, just couldn't squeeze it in. But this is, I believe, and it's hard to argue, that Ortega and Ortiz are probably the best 1-2 combination in the league. When they're on the field, there's so many highlights, so many goals, so many points. It's unbelievable. And here's a shot by, Flores with a shot that was just tipped by Martinez. A great job by Flores to try to keep Nick Martinez honest. You gotta love what Jesus Flores brings to the table. He will challenge you in any way possible. Now the Mustangs coming back up the field, want to pad on to their 2-goal lead with 15 seconds coming up here. Ortega with a lot of room, has an opportunity for a shot, but fakes it a couple times. Coming in on 10 seconds. Now we're inside of 10. Ortiz now with the ball in the corner, giving it back to Ortega. Ortega with 4, 3, 2. Parisoto is just going to run that clock out, and we will go to the fourth quarter. Don't you dare go away, because we'll be right back with the entertaining fourth quarter that Wichita and Chicago will bring your way. The fourth quarter is about to begin with the Mustangs starting it off. Santillan to Sanchez in the corner. Sanchez could not get the ball. The ball is headed right to the B-52s goalie, Nick Martinez. Martinez going to bring it and to no one in the corner. He's done that a couple times tonight. I'm not sure why. Maybe he's expecting one of his players to make a run, but usually no one's there. It's kind of surprising. Now Martinez from the pass from Vaca. Martinez with a shot, and it's saved by Martinez. Nick Martinez, that is, not Wheelo Martinez. Wheelo Martinez is Chicago's Wheelo Martinez. Wheelo giving it to Sanchez. Sanchez with two already. Martinez with a shot. It goes wide. And excuse me, that was not Sanchez. That was Aranda that was doing the give and go. Santillan with Jesus Flores. Santillan to Flores. Flores waits. Dumps into the corner. Velasquez with the turn and a shot and a goal! The ball was deflected somewhere along the way, and the ball dipped down on Nick Martinez. It looked like it was going to be an easy save, and the ball took some sort of deflection or some kind of dip down. It was an awkward motion right there from the ball, but nonetheless, it's a goal. 6-3 Mustangs. That ball went right through the arms of Nick Martinez.
Mustangs goal scored unassisted by number 13, Brian Velasquez.
Velasquez with a great goal right there. I had a perfect angle looking right at that shot, and it was unbelievable what that ball did. It just dipped out of nowhere. Now here comes Ortiz from the pass from Martinez. Ortiz gets the ball taken away, and Wichita will have time to regroup with 13 minutes to go. They are down 3, but we have seen a lot of things happen that you won't see in regular soccer, outdoor soccer. You can get 3 goals in a very quick sequence. You saw the Mustangs score 2 goals within 30 seconds of each other. Now Ortega with the step over, waiting for Ortiz. But now an odd man rush, possibly, no. Bryant wanted to slow it down, and now a little passing in the back of their own zone with the defenders. Now Vallega just going to clear that ball out and hits the American flag, and the ball is down by the press box. The restart here is very big for the B-52s. If they can score here and make this a 2-goal game, it's going to put the Mustangs on their heels a bit, but not the greatest restart. And here we go, and there's got to be a blue card, but the play still goes. Velasquez passing it to Ortega, and Ortega puts it in the back of the net. Goal! Luis Ortega, and that is number 3. Hat trick for Luis Ortega. Beautiful job right there by the Mustangs. Velasquez with the burst of speed and a 2-on-0 for the Mustangs, and a beautiful pass to Ortega from Velasquez, and it's in the back of the net. Velasquez having a game. And now what we were all waiting for is starting to happen. The goals are coming from all over the place. 12:20 to go. And the Mustangs have a 4-goal lead. Flores throwing the ball, which goes out of bounds off of B-52's player. Aranda going to give it to Vaca for the restart. Now Aranda with the ball. Trying to find Sanchez, but no avail there. Cortez getting the ball taken away. Now Sanchez with the ball at his feet, trying to give it to Vaca, and Vaca wins the ball. Vaca bringing it up with a nice pass to Peranda. Peranda giving it to Vaca. Vaca puts it on net. He shoots. He scores! Miguel Vaca. It was a matter of time until he got on the score sheet as well tonight. And now he puts it in the back of the net. 8-3 for your Mustangs. And the route is on. A timeout by the B-52s. It seemed it was just a second ago that this game was 3-3, then 4-3, and you thought that the B-52s would have some kind of chance here, only down 1, because it's been such a back and forth game. And then the goals started to pour in from Velasquez, from Ortega, Ortiz, now Vaca. The place is jumping. The Odeum in Villa Park. You gotta be here. This is great soccer. PASL soccer to be exact. Your Mustangs up 5 goals, and it's not looking good for the B-52s of Wichita. The next goal will definitely tell the whole story. If the Mustangs score, this game is got to be out of reach. There has been a lot of weird things that have happened in indoor soccer, but a 6-goal lead would be too much for the B-52s here in Villa Park. But if the B-52s were to score, they have that momentum to come back. 1 goal at a time, 1 goal at a time, 1 goal at a time is what I'd be saying if I was Coach Larry Inlow of Wichita. You can't look too far ahead of the road, but once you score 1, then you can think about the next. And after you score that one, you can think about the one after that. So keep it 1 goal at a time. Don't think about scoring 5 goals in the next 3 minutes. Just try to get 1 and get some momentum back. The B-52s have the ball now. And I'll be honest with you, they got a great logo. One of the better logos in the PASL Soccer League. It's very, very nice with the airplane. But when it comes down to it, it's who gets the win, not the better logo. And I'll tell you this, too. Mustangs got a great logo, too. Be sure to buy one of their jerseys, or when you come to the game, get one of their T-shirts. A great logo to wear around town. And a foul by Vallega. And Sentian not happy about the call. 11 minutes, and the boys that make noise are making a lot of noise, trying to get the whole Odeum on their side chanting for the Mustangs. Sanchez now with the ball has an opportunity to play it back to Parasoto if he wants it, but there's a back check. Parasoto trying to get that ball, but Sanchez gets it back, and now a turnover. Here comes Larry Martinez. Martinez trying to get around Vallega, but can't get around Vallega. Sanchez playing it back to Vallega. Vallega going to give it to Martinez. Martinez with the touch that just wasn't there, but a double team will get Martinez the ball back, giving it to Vaca. Vaca has the ball at his feet and slows it down. He's in no rush right now as this clock ticks to 10 minutes. Vaca trying to do a Jesus Flores and try to chip it in, but Nick Martinez alert and ready for that this time. Now Martinez is going to dump it in the corner, giving it to the other Martinez, Larry Martinez. Now Vaca winning the ball back in a nice turn. He has Sanchez if he wants him. He will elect to give it to Sanchez. Sanchez going to play back to Santillan. Santillan slowly bringing it up the field. Sanchez, correction, Santillan with a bad turnover there, giving it to Mosley. Mosley getting cut off by Aranda. Now Claire having a good game, leading scorer. Has one goal. You know he'd like to pat on to that set. And now he turns it over to Sanchez. Now Sanchez with the bat. Oh, just a touch that abandoned him there too. A couple touches here and there for the Mustangs, and you'd have even more than 8 goals. Now the ball hits the net, and we'll have a throw-in for the Mustangs. Jesus Flores will have the throw-in. He brings it out. He's going to toss it down, trying to find Velasquez, but he gets cut off. Now Santillan and Aranda in the back here. Santillan drops it off, trying to find Velasquez, but Velasquez gets beaten to the ball. But the Mustangs will get this ball back. I have a feeling there will be some turnover or something here. And there it is. That's going to be the ball right back to the Mustangs. Flores giving it to Ortega. Ortega with the ball. Has no rush to bring this up. Now he tries to find Velasquez, but Martinez is right there to pick that ball up out of the air. Now Ortega down in the corner. He's going to wait for Flores to help out, which did happen. Now Bryant going to give it to his goalie, Nick Martinez, who's been pretty sharp for the most part tonight. Although there's been 8 goals, he has had a lot of stops, and there could be a lot more than 8 goals up on that scoreboard if it weren't for Nick Martinez. Now the Mustangs have the ball again, but Ortiz patiently bringing it back. He knows there's no rush. Now Vallega gonna give it to Ortega. Ortega to Flores. Parasoto now. Dumping in the corner. Finds newcomer. Oh, there was the newcomer, Penarenda. Penarenda had a nice pass to Sanchez, and Sanchez just missing the net for a goal. Oh. A foul on Sanchez, and Wichita will have the ball with 7:34 to go. Restart here for Wichita, and the ball goes right to the Stangs. Sanchez going to find Vaca, but too much to handle, but Vaca still has the ball. Martinez comes out of his net and kicks it out of bounds. And you know it, the Mustangs have the ball back, and they'll have a restart. So dangerous are the Mustangs and their restarts. Now Sanchez giving it to Parasoto. Parasoto just bringing it back, wasting that time, getting it closer to the 7-minute mark is Parasoto. Parasoto now just waits. No need to rush now with a 5-goal lead. No one's pressuring Flores. Flores and Parasoto going back and forth. Now Vaca playing it back, and there's a turnover by Vaca. You won't see that happen much. Chang going to pass it to Claire. And a save by Jesus Flores. Now it's a 2-on-2. Sanchez. Penarenda with the ball. He's going to bring it back wisely, not forcing anything, giving it to Parasoto. Now Vallega has the ball at his feet. No rush at all for the Mustangs. A 5-goal lead is a pretty nice cushion. No need to force anything here. You don't want a bad mistake and give any momentum to Wichita. Now a little back and forth action here with Flores and Ortiz. Martinez with the ball in the corner. Martinez going to give it to Santillan. Santillan has the ball, giving it to Ortiz. Ortiz playing with Ortega. Ortiz now giving it to Martinez. Martinez has that opportunity for a shot. Will he take it? He does, but it was blocked. Now Ortiz giving it to Ortega. Ortega trying to find Martinez. Martinez has the opportunity to put it in the back of the net, but the ball's bouncing all over the place. And oh, that's a rough call. Martinez will be penalized, and a 6th foul right there for the Mustangs.
A penalty on the Mustangs for 6th foul accumulation. The penalty will be served by number 10, Willow Martinez.
There's a timeout on the field. We are going to take this timeout. This will be our last timeout on the air, so do not go away. Hopefully, we will see another Mustangs win as they're up by 5, 8-3. The Mustangs lead the Wichita B-52s. The Mustangs are up 8-3 with 5:40 to go, but Wichita B-52s are a man up and on the power play, trying to find any kind of life right here and maybe have a chance to get back in this game, but not with a pass like that. The ball is kicked out of bounds, and the Mustangs will have the ball. Santillan to the corner, little too much on his pass there. 5:20 to go and 1:38 on the power play for the Wichita B-52s. Nick Martinez will restart. You have to think the 6th attacker would come out for Wichita, but not yet. They are down 5 with 5 minutes to go, and on the power play, it would have been smart to probably go with that 6th attacker. But once again, like I said, that's why I'm up here and not down there on the field for the refs. That's once again why I'm up here and not down there on the bench being the coach of either team. So shot goes into the net. And Jesus Flores will have the opportunity to throw this ball back in. Giving it to Ortiz. Ortiz kind of overruns the ball, loses track of it, trying to get it back. Cannot right away, but Ortega helps out. A little too much off the pass to himself off the boards, and now here comes a 2-on-1. But look at the back check right there. And there's going to be a blue card on Ortega. It's going to be a 5-on-3. 58 seconds to go on this earlier power play from the 6th foul penalty, and a full 2 minutes to go on this penalty from Ortega on the tripping from behind. A 5-on-3. You'd have to think a 6th attacker's coming in now, but no, they are not going to go with the 6th attacker. 4:40 to go. If you get 2 quick goals here, you'll only be down 3 goals if you're Wichita. Dangerous, very, very dangerous, and very, very critical part of the game for the Mustangs and for the B-52s. It's pretty safe to say whoever comes out of this without either giving a goal or getting 2 goals has the opportunity, is a very good position to win this game and take the momentum. There's a shot, and it's blocked. Another shot, a save. It's a rebound, and there it is. That's a goal, and there's still a minute and maybe there's no clear sign of how much time. A minute 55 now is the official time. We had to wait for the other penalty to get taken off the board. Now 5 seconds off the second penalty gives the B-52s a minute and 55 seconds to score a goal here and cut the lead to 8-5. 8-4 now with 4:20 to go. Critical penalty kill here for the Mustangs. There's the goal scorer. Alex Mosley has 2 in this game tonight and 2 big ones. Now, there's got to be a card possibly. Looks like the ref's reaching for his pocket, but no, he was not. That was close. Too close to call. Sention with Ortiz. Now the ball coming all the way back to Flores. Flores giving the ball to Sandoval. Sandoval giving it to Sention. Sention giving it to Ortiz. Ortiz giving it back to Sention. Nice run by Sention. Now he's in the corner. Giving it back to Ortiz, but the ball's stolen away with a minute to go on the power play. The B-52s need a goal right here and right now if they really want a chance. They need to attack. They cannot waste any more time. More shots, the better for them. The more blocks and the more block shots and the less opportunity for the middle of the field that the Mustangs give to the B-52s, the better for them. Jesus Flores dumping the ball down in the corner for Aranda. Aranda with the ball. Giving it to Vallega. Vallega trying to find Sandoval with the ball stolen. And here is an odd man rush for the B-52s. There's a pass right in the middle and a save by, oh no, it looked like it was a save by Flores. At first it went off his fingertips. Then the ball is up in the air, and Mosley with another one, it looks like, as he tipped it in. Mosley has his hat trick tonight, and it's 8-5 with 3 minutes to go. A timeout, an official's timeout. Actually, correction, it's a Mustangs timeout in a 3-goal game. Mustangs have to be careful here with 3 minutes. It's a vulnerable spot. We know that the Mustangs scored 2 goals within 30 seconds just a few minutes ago. So 2 goals here brings this game within 1. It's going to be a wild finish, a very, very wild finish here in the Odeum. Be sure to come out to the next home game for the Mustangs at the Grant Sports Arena as they take on Detroit Waza Flow. A great game, a great team, and as I stated earlier, it's a friendly rivalry between the 2 teams. You can see the confidence of Wichita now coming out of this timeout. They can feel it. They know they can score 3 goals. The Mustangs have to weather the storm right here and right now. If you like a wild ride and a wild adventure, here it is, folks. you better strap down right now and tighten that seatbelt, because we're going to be tossed around for the great adventurous play of PASL soccer right now, as the Mustangs and Wilo Martinez will start this final 3 minutes of the fourth quarter off for the Mustangs. Now a chip into the corner. It just didn't work out exactly how they wanted it. And the ball with the B-52s. And a great play by Vallega. And here's Martinez for a shot, maybe. No, he gets taken down. And there is a blue card. And that's how you get momentum back if you're the Mustangs. Go right on the power play. 2-minute power play for the Mustangs, and there's 2:50 left. So now, more than ever, the B-52s need some kind of miracle to score 3 goals and get this tie without the Mustangs scoring another goal. I've seen a lot of Mustang soccer in my day, and I believe that the Mustangs will find the back of the net here and put this game away. Just too much star power out there for the Stangs right now. Vaca, watch out for him. He has 1 goal. You know he'd like to get another one. Ortega already has a hat trick. Could he get his 4th? We'll have to wait and see. It doesn't look like the Mustangs want to attack on this power play. They just want to waste the time down. Now just slowly bringing this ball up are the Mustangs. A little back and forth D play. Entering 2:15, close to 2 minutes now. Ortega puts a shot on net. He shoots, he scores! And there it is! The 4th goal for Luis Ortega. Chalk it up now. The offensive player of the game goes to Luis Ortega. With 2:11, it's a pretty safe assumption to say that he would be your offensive player of the game. Unbelievable. His shot tonight is spot on. Shooting from corners, from the top of the circle, from right inside the box, everywhere. He's scored goals like it's nothing, to be honest. He's just tacking them on there and padding his stats and increasing his stats for this year. Now Mosley with a couple goals for himself and a block shot by his own player. Now the ball right in the center and a post shot right there by Claire. We have a whistle and the ball is going back towards the Mustangs. The restart has Flores passing in the corner. Martinez tried his best to get there in time, but couldn't. Now Vaca has a shot, and it was a block by Mosley. Here comes Cordovez. Cordovez had a great goal early in the game. You thought he was going to be a beast and score a couple goals, but he's been quiet. A great job by the Mustangs defense. 1:20 coming up here in the 4th quarter. It looks like your Mustangs are going to run away with this one and have a win. A shot wide. 9-5. 9-5. I repeat, a 4-goal lead for the Chicago Mustangs. Can they add right here as Martinez is coming down the field? Martinez with the move to the inside. Finds Aranda but can't right away because Nick Martinez comes out of his net, makes a nice play. But it's a little too late. Under a minute to go with Martinez with the ball at his feet. Martinez to Santillan. Santillan going to give it to Vaca. Vaca has an opportunity to turn. Just can't get a shot off there. Now Martinez trying to get it to Vaca. Plays it in the corner. Vaca trying to turn to the inside. Gets there. Good defense, though, by Wichita. A little too late with 30 seconds to go. And the clock will start to run out here. Your Mustangs 9-5 with the win here. 20 seconds now in counting. This season has been perfect. So far, so good for your Mustangs. The Wichita B-52s will fall to 2-4. And there's a shot by Santillan, and Nick Martinez will hold on to it. And now Wichita saying, what's the shot for? But no harm, no foul. A good game by the Mustangs again. 9-5 is your final here in the Odeum in Villa Park. The offensive player of the game is going to, let me think about this one because it's going to take a long, long time. I'm just kidding. You know who it's going to. Number 12, Luis Ortega. The defensive player of the game is your goalie, Jesus Flores, as he only lets up 5 goals tonight. It sounds like a lot, but not every goal was his fault. He had a great game, and let me tell you, this game might have been tied if it wasn't for Jesus Flores, or maybe Wichita comes away with a win in this game. So the Mustangs, perfect. Wichita 2-4. Thanks for joining us here in the Odeum. Please be sure to come out next week. That's next Sunday as your undefeated Chicago Mustangs take on Detroit Waza in Hoffman Estates at the Grand Sports Arena. On that note, we'll give it away to the announcer as he says goodnight. Well, that wasn't a good send-off. I thought he